Kenny, tell me about your experience in Chicago. Keep talking what you're doing. When you tell me about it.
Oh well, mainly my experience was it was maybe a disappointing experience because as a young person, I mean not a young person, but as a young, just beginning to practice and trying to find out what is the real essence of Buddhism. So I felt that well, if I take this journey and receive this Gohonzon from this, I guess supposed to be a certified priest. But I didn't feel. It felt like to me that I did not belong in this.
Why?
Well, because it wasn't the. Well, the man really didn't show any compassion, like was saying, "Let me sit down with you to explain to you. This is the essence of this faith." It
Okay,
was
so,
like,
explain to the listeners, where did you go? What happened? Tell me your experience. You went to Chicago
right.
to a Nichiren Shoshu Buddhist temple in Chicago.
Right,
What happened? Tell me.
Exactly.
Tell me your situation. I know it's hot. You drove along. You worked 16 hours. Tell people about this.
Well, yeah, about my situation, when I consider myself outside, well, I'm a fact sacrifice because this is worth sacrificing. But when I arrived and finally found the temple and everything, it was like a hurry up and, well, I actually felt that it was already predestined or predetermined that I'm not going to give this man a Gohonzon.
Why do you think the priest didn't want to give you Gohonzon? What's your feeling?
I felt it was a personal attack as a black man. That is something that I didn't deserve. To his point of view, that I didn't deserve this.
And this was Reverend Iwaki in Chicago, right?
Yes, I guess that's his name.
And that was like 1 year ago. Today is
Actually,
October
it was
26th.
a little over a year ago. Exactly. It was a little year ago. It's around June of 2012, I believe.
So what would you relate to people about this Nichiren Shoshu priest, or what would you tell other African Americans?
I would tell the African American is if they want the truth, you're not going to receive it. I know I didn't feel like I received it. Now I could be wrong, but I did not feel I received the true essence or the truth that what Buddhism stood for. If it was all about receiving, he could explain to me. If it was all about receiving a Gohonzon, don't get me wrong. If it's all about receiving a Gohonzon, if that's what you're after, I don't believe that you're going to be able to get it through.
Now, you mentioned he ambushed you. What does that mean?
Well, I mean that actually after I haven't had maybe about an hour or 2 hours of sleep in 24 period, and I wasn't concentrating on like a test. So he just actually took me by myself and like boom, just stood me right in front of him and to give me a test. And I'm like, wait a minute, I've been driving for all night and all day, and I didn't think that what's the test about? I mean, do you have to pass a test to?
They wanted you to recite the sutra, right?
You had to recite the sutra the way that he wanted to recite it. So actually, I was practicing maybe 2 months before that, and I didn't have all the pronunciation correctly. So he just said I was not ready for it, and so I just felt that was not fair. I'm saying, okay, it's I have to pass a test to receive this like a license to practice this religion.
You think it was racist?
Yeah, I think it was racist because I'm not Japanese.
Thank you.
I understand none of the words.
I'm not Japanese.
I wouldn't understand.
And I don't think, even if it wasn't, to me,